I believe so. Are we unmuted?
We welcome you to Lakota East High School with 1:58 left in the first quarter. Apologies for technical difficulties. Our entire system crashed right as the game was about to start. It's a 10-6 lead for the number one in the GMC Mason Comets, facing off against our Lakota East Thunderhawks girls team, who's currently second in the GMC. Big implications on the standings in this game. Whoever wins will be the number one spot. And you see them fighting under the rim there with Bella Sturgill. The ball's out, and it will roll out Mason possession. Beck, this is going to be an exciting matchup.
Without a doubt, number one team in the GMC versus number two this late in the season. Of course, it's going to be a massive matchup. And so far through the first period, it has seemed like Mason has had full control the whole time, but East staying with it. Only a 10-6 lead for Mason. Mason has tried to score quick like they always do, taking quick shots, a lot of threes, and they haven't been falling for him, and that's allowed East to really stay with it. But this Mason defense is not making it easy for the Thunderhawks.
Brooke Asher able to get it in off the backboard. Impressive shot there coming from the left side of the rim. And now Mason will try to answer back. Mason has a fast offense. They score in usually 6 seconds or less, and a three ball there from Madison Parrish, the leading scorer for the Mason Comets.
You got to watch out for her. You also got to watch out for number 12, Taylor Steinfeld, and
unfortunate there. Bailey Bacher took an extra step there. The travel called. It's a 5-point game with 1:17 left in the first period.
Normally this East team has a height advantage with Bella Sturgill down there at center getting a lot of rebounds, but this Mason team has a 6'1" freshman and a 6' senior. They're two best players. That's going to really cancel out this any height advantage that East would really have in this one.
And it's going to be crucial for this East defense to make some stops. Talking to Bella Sturgill earlier today, she was confident that they'd be able to score, but defense was going to be a struggle against this high-powered number 6 in Ohio Mason offense. Brooke Asher under the rim. That time she's fouled. 2 shots coming up for Brooke Asher.
Very aggressive drive from Asher. They're trying to score quick, claw back at this 5-point lead, and it's been a really back-and-forth first quarter.
Brooke Asher, 92% from that free throw line. Best in the GMC from the line, and her first is good. Back to a 4-point game. If East can keep it inside one possession, you got to think they're happy with how this first quarter has gone. Second shot falls as well. Back to a 3-point game. Taking it up is Anna Habra, the second leading scorer for Mason. Parrish from 3, and it's good. She is perfect from beyond the arc tonight. Cannot leave Parrish unguarded on the perimeter. Asher driving in, strong drive there, and she gets another 2 to the tally. East doing a good job to answer back. They are still down by 4.
And if East wants to stay with it and win this game, they're going to need big games out of Bella Sturgill and Brooke Asher. Brooke Asher having a great start tonight.
to Parrish in the middle.
What a pass.
Puts
what a
it up.
move.
What a fake by Parrish. Brooke Asher stood no chance there. 1 second left. Last second chuck up. The buzzer beater's no good. 18-12 your score after one. Again, apologies for missing some of that first quarter, but we will see you back for the second in just a second. We welcome you back for quarter two. 18-12 your score. The Comets up by 6. Madison Parrish been the leading scorer for Mason like she has been all season. And if she hadn't hit those 2 threes that last quarter, this game would be tied. Working it into Parrish. She steps back from mid-range, and it's good. She is first in the GMC for field goal percentage for a reason.
She keeps getting open looks and knocking every single one down. East might have to start thinking about doubling her if this starts getting out of hand because, like you said, number 1 in the GMC in field goal percentage. She's not going to miss that.
Butts under the rim, puts it up. Not going to fall for her. Mason on the fast break. Abra under the rim. Can't get it to go. Ball loose, and East able to jump on the rebound.
But East trying to fight fire with fire right now. Unfortunate.
Sturgill couldn't get underneath it there, trying to dish it back into Butts. 8-point game. East really doesn't want to be down by 10 going into halftime, and they're trending in that direction right now.
Yeah, I got to avoid that. They're trying to fight fire with fire. You know, coming in this Mason, the quickest scoring offense in the GMC, 6 seconds per possession. So we're used to seeing a lot more passing, taking an open shot when you get it, but with this high-powered Mason offense, they have to score quick, too, and that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Step back from Abra, not going to go off the front of the rim. Jazz Johnson with the rebound there. Mason slowing it down here. They're usually fast-paced on offense. They're taking their time on this possession. Putting it up is Johnson, and she'll get it to go. Mason is not missing anything right now.
Just on fire.
East gotta answer back now. Too many empty possessions in a row. Bacher to Asher. Mason doing a good job of pressuring East, not giving them any open looks right now. Johnson waiting for somebody open. East taking their time here. No open looks. Mason's all over it right now. Asher there. And that time, too much contact from Addie Gilman.
Well, East really slowed it down there, and the approach going into this game, like I was saying, you got to score quick. Right now, you're down 11 points. I think on this possession, this is a must-score possession if you don't want this to get out of hand.
5:50 left in this first half. Under the rim, Sturgill still looking for her first points, and she'll get them right there.
Shots like that and 2 points like that in a situation like this can go a long way for confidence and getting your team back in it.
Mason moving it around. Mason has done a good job of getting somebody open beyond the perimeter where they really go, and that time no good. On the fast break, Addison Johnson under the rim, and she'll get it. Big play there Back to a 7-point game.
Gigantic defensive stop and pass.
Parrish hasn't missed a three yet. There she does. Mason there for the rebound. Seinfeld under the rim, can't get it. Bacher in transition, she'll slow it down. Sturgill to the corner. Straub able to field it. Couldn't get that open three she wanted originally.
Lucky for Mason that they couldn't get it out quick enough.
Sturgill. Here's Asher from mid-range, and she's perfect from right there. 23-18 now the score. A bobble there on the pass in. What a play by Johnson. And that a kickball on Parrish. East gets another possession. Man, this is a little bit of a run they're on right now.
Man, they have just come alive, playing with so much confidence right now. They're just about to get back into this game.
Sturgill will sub back in. Coach Wallace up on his feet now. He's got to like what he's seen these last few possessions.
Well, they've done
Bacher under the rim. She gets it, and we're back to a one-possession game. What a series of possessions for East.
An 8-0 run is exactly what they needed. It's got to keep going with this. Abra
Lost
steal.
it. Parrish fields it. She'll step back from three. It's off to the left. There for the rebound, though, is Mason. And Abra puts it up, Knight puts it up for the and one opportunity.
Well, Mason's just getting too many rebounds right now, too many missed shots that they're getting offensive rebounds and putting up an easy layup. East got to crack down on that. Whenever they miss, they got to get that ball back because Mason is not going to miss a whole lot.
First shot for Annalise Knight. She's 50% from that free throw line, and she'll get it. Back to a 6-point game. Sturgill subs out. Faith Chow will sub in. And Bacher will take it up. East is on fire right now on offense. They can get a three ball to fall here. That would be huge for them. Butts works it inside. And there, a travel called on Chow. One too many steps. Parrish started off hot. She's been a little bit quiet in the second quarter. And she's tipped on that pass attempt. Brooke Asher in transition. Right under the rim, and it's good. What a tip there by Brooke Asher. He's taking advantage of sloppy mistakes by Mason right now.
Well, Mason loves to, they love to pass quick and shoot off the pass, and East is just jumping these passes right now.
Under the rim, no good. Mason puts it back up. She gets her own rebound. And that a foul on the floor called.
That's two missed shots that Mason just is able to just grab the rebound. Cannot let that keep happening.
Gilman subs out. Abra will come back in. The two leading scorers for Mason in the game at the moment. Ref called over. We'll solve a little bit of confusion here as Sturgill looks like she'll sub in now as well.
Well, there's 6 players.
Parrish dishes it in. Steinfeld. It's got Parker Straub on her. Mason trying to find something. East putting pressure on him right now. Mason looks a little bit hurried at the moment. Knight to Abra. Abra steps back from mid-range, and she gets it to go. And there under the rim, wide open is Addison Johnson. No foul. She can't get it. And it's going to be East ball. Lucky break there. Addison Johnson was wide open under the rim. Couldn't get it up on the layup.
Well, East has done a very good job, switching up this offense to fast pace. I'm seeing full court passes leading the layups. Couldn't get that one to fall, but.
And that time, violation called on East. Back to Mason's possession.
Offensive foul called on number 8,
believe moving screen there, the violation.
Both these teams so well coached. That's a mistake you're not going to see happen often.
Abra to Knight. Knight working it around the perimeter, and she dribbles it away from herself. Abra tries to get it across the court. It's tipped by Asher. Mason will maintain possession. Jazz Johnson subs in. Two minutes, 20 seconds to go in this first half of what could be the biggest game of the GMC season as Parrish steps back from deep. She doesn't get that one. Here's Jazz Johnson. She made her first three. Her second won't go. Sturgill able to get the rebound, and she does get it out to Bacher. Good defense there by East.
Great defense, but still just a little bit of sloppy rebounding.
Asher will drive herself to Straub, and she gets it. 4-point game, 1:50 left in the first half.
I mean, despite all the scoring that we're seeing from Mason, this offense is not skipping a beat. Always scoring that bucket to keep them with contention.
Parrish to Abra. Back to Parrish. She'll try from the free throw line. Can't get it. Good rebound there by East. Bacher in transition. She finds Brooke Asher. Sturgill under the rim. Can she box out? That one is not going to go for Sturgill. Abra steps back. No good. Some missed shots in succession. Asher trying to find somebody. East slowing it down now, trying to maintain possession for the end of this quarter. Johnson goes up, no foul. No good on the shot. 39 seconds left. Knight, good box out there by Parker Straub in the paint. Parrish drives now, she puts it up, she gets it. 6-point game. Brooke Asher taking her time. Both teams pretty close here as halftime comes up.
East obviously trying to get the last shot in.
A three ball for East would be huge. Asher, it's tipped out, and it will be East ball. Tipped there by Abra. 1 second left.
Oh man, this is gonna be an inbound and shot. We'll see if they can hit it and make it a one-score game if they go for the three. Have to imagine a two's in the books here too.
Asher dishes it in. Bacher could not get it up, and that will do it for the first half of play. Your score 30-24. The Comets have the lead going into halftime. We'll see you back after the break. We welcome you back to Lakota East High School. It's the second half of this GMC matchup between first and second place. Lakota East currently down by 6 to the Mason Comets, who are currently in first place of the GMC. Sturgill starts off this second half, and she is rejected under the rim. Mason in transition, puts it up, and looks like Abra will get her first 2 points of the second half.
With this Mason defense trying to play suffocating in that first half, and it led to some holes being opened and some quick scores from East. That time, though, they get the big steal and transition, score the bucket.
Asher had that work for her in the first half, can't get it there.
I just think a little bit too many forced shots.
Talking to Bella Sturgill earlier today, she said a big key of emphasis for this team going on in the season is not coming out flat out of halftime. It's been a problem for them this year. They don't want to have that, especially against a team like Mason, which could determine if you're in that GMC title fight.
Yeah, and a big chance here, obviously, as these commentators, we're going to be pulling for East.
And Parrish sinks another three. East got to put some points up. They are trailing by 11.
As these commentators, we're going to be pulling for Lakota East, but you got to think a massive chance for Mason to just, they've already pulled away from the pack in the GMC, but this first game going against the number 2 team, the team that has the best chance to beat them, if they are able to just dominate like they're kind of doing right now, that sends a message to the entire GMC and to what this team could be in the playoffs going for a state championship.
Asher dishes it in. Mason currently ranked number 6 in Ohio at the Division I level. East down at 61st. So if East could win, would be the upset of the year. That one no good from Bella Sturgill. Putting it up for 3. No good there from Gilman. Mason able to get the rebound. And Abra will get it on the putback bucket.
And one thing that has really just plagued East in this one is too many offensive rebounds for Mason. I talked about it in the first half, but these Mason players, they're missing a lot more shots than I expected them to, but it feels like every time there's someone right underneath the basket in the right spot getting the rebound.
Johnson to Bacher under the rim, puts it up, no good. Brooke Asher can't get the rebound. And Mason is just out-rebounding East left and right as Abra puts up the fast break bucket. Can't get it. Bacher will try to answer back with a fast break of her own. She's got Knight all over. No good again. East still looking for their first bucket of the second half.
And that would have been a big one right there, just to get some points. No points coming out of halftime. Just had to get something there, but just a 7-0 run right now from Mason is not what you wanted to come out of halftime.
Parrish from mid-range, not gonna fall. Sturgill able to get the rebound. East did go on an 8-0 run earlier, so they have the chance to come back. Just need to get it started. Sturgill gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and there are the first points for East in this half.
And I've been seeing a lot of contact on these shots down in the paint, and these refs have not blown the whistle really for both sides in this one, I feel like, just letting them play out there.
Parrish under the rim, puts it up, no good. Good defense there by Addison Johnson to reject that one. Straub takes her time. Addison Johnson, they're second in the GMC in field goal percentage. As the 3 ball from Asher is not going to go. Parrish will drive in, and she is fouled going up. 2 shots. These Mason offensive possessions are fast. They average about 6 seconds per possession on offense, and we've seen it here coming out of halftime. They have scored so quickly.
Well, it really helps when your players, they don't need wide open shots to knock it down every time. They don't need wide open lanes to the basket. They can pull up, shoot contested shots, and consistently knock them down. And when you have a team with that much confidence and you're making those kinds of shots consistently, that's going to lead to some quick scoring.
Brooke Asher will take it up. 1 of 2 on the free throws for Mason. East's only GMC loss this year came to Sycamore, a game they felt they should have won if they would have followed their game plan. Asher puts it up, and there's the first 3-ball this second half. Back to a 9-point game. 3:45 left in this third quarter.
If East really wants to make a strong comeback right now, they need their star players to come alive, Brooke Asher being one of them, knocking down the big three.
Sturgill on Knight. Knight able to power through. Steinfeld able to power through and get the tough contested basket. East needs to make more of a dent into this Mason lead before that fourth quarter. They've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, and this is the problem with being down to this Mason team is they score so quick that you could also be scoring quick, but it's really hard to match them. I mean, they're number one in the GMC for a reason. The best offense. It's going to be hard to match the best offense.
A lot of contact under the rim there. Asher, no foul called. Abra in transition. And no travel there. The 3-ball, no good from Mason. Couple of questionable foul calls there, but East has a chance now to slow it down and get some points. And there, the reach in. It's going to be on Addie Gilman.
I was waiting for one of those to be called. It seems like Mason is getting very handsy the whole game. Starting to wonder if some of these refs had strep throat.
One foul for each side at the moment. Straub back to Asher. And she'll try to get this possession going for East. They've been slower on offense coming out of halftime, exactly what they didn't want to do. Sturgill got a wide open basket. She's not going to miss that one. A gift from Mason's defense there.
Not quite sure how she got that open, but East will take it.
Parrish is fouled there on the floor. Parrish currently leads the GMC in points per game, 18.1. She is an X factor for this Mason offense. Ida Kessler will dish it in here to Abra. Thought about taking that shot. We've seen Mason get lazy on a couple of pass attempts. That's how East needs to get these turnovers right now. Mason continues to work it around. Gilman back to Parrish. Mason taking their sweet time on this possession. East has got to stop this from drawing out more clock than it will.
There's no urgency right now.
Abra will put it up, trying to get it over Sturgill, and the foul called there. She'll get 2 shots from the line. She's 71% from that free throw line, the first time she's been down there tonight. First one good there, back to a 10-point game. And you got to think East got to regroup before this fourth quarter. 10-point deficit, not unheard of for a comeback, but it's going to take a lot of effort from that East offense.
No, they're very capable of going on runs. We saw it earlier in this game, went on an 8-0 run, so by no means is this game out of hand at all. And we saw in that JV game before the varsity one, East was down 17-26 in the fourth quarter. We stepped out to go look at a showcase of some classes. We walked back in. It's 31-31 in overtime, and East ended up winning. So anything can really happen. Miracles have already happened tonight.
East looking for one of those miracles right now. They're down by 11. Straub trying to find somebody open. 1:19 left in the third. Into Johnson. Strong pass. She's able to field it. Chasing it in, it's still in bounds. They'll go out, Mason possession. A little bit of sloppy passing there from East on that one.
It is almost getting into crunch time right now because Mason's going to start slowing down these possessions.
And good interception there by Parker Straub. An errant pass by Mason gets intercepted.
And that's what East really has to capitalize off right now. Just
another intercepted pass there. This time Abra on the fast break, and she'll get the free bucket there.
Really needed to capitalize off that mistake. Mason's going to start slowing down these possessions, and their mistakes are going to start getting fewer and fewer. Needed to do something there.
That time she's fouled on the floor. A little too much contact from Madison Parrish.
Foul is called on number 4, Madison Parrish.
29 seconds remain in this third quarter. East would like a three-point possession here, keep it within 10 before that 8-minute fourth quarter. That'll determine who comes out on top.
Now in for the Comets.
Abra subs out. Brooke Asher has the most points on East right now at 13. She's trying to get hot in this second half. And a travel called on the floor on Bella Sturgill. East cannot catch a break right now.
Yeah, they're going to need to come out in the fourth quarter strong and score quick. Going to need another one of those 8-0 runs.
17 seconds remain in this third quarter. You wonder if Mason will just try to dribble out this period. Parrish drives in herself, fighting for the rebound, and fouled. Fighting for the rebound there is Steinfeld. She'll get 2 shots.
I mean, I've said it a bunch, but that's really a major factor in this game. The offensive rebounds, you saw it. Got it over 2 East defenders. I mean, that's a defensive rebound that you need to get. Just couldn't get it. Now they're going to get 2 free shots.
She's 60% from that line, and she sinks the first. It's now a 14-point game. Wallace going to have to talk to his team, work something out to come back here in desperation time in that fourth quarter. Second free throw goes as well. 15-point deficit for East. 5 seconds left. Asher trying to get one more shot off, puts it up. It's over the backboard, no good. 46-31 your score at the end of the third quarter. We'll see you back for the final 8 minutes of this girls GMC matchup. We welcome you back to Lakota East High School. It's the final quarter of this crucial GMC matchup. Mason is undefeated in GMC play at the moment. They're in first. East only 1 loss to Sycamore, and they're fighting with Mason for that first place spot. They are currently down by 15, and Mason does get possession to start the fourth quarter. East needs a little bit of a miracle here to crawl their way back into this one. 3-ball right out of the gate for Mason, and it goes. It has killed East tonight. Mason has made pretty much every shot attempt from beyond that arc.
Well, it is just so hard to beat a team. Like, you could have such great defense everywhere, but when they're able to just pull up somebody right in their face and still knock it down, there's almost nothing you can do about that, and that's what makes this Mason team so good. They just have the players that can make those tough shots consistently.
Sturgill couldn't get her shot to go. Mason on the rebound. They have out-rebounded East almost 3-1 tonight. Parrish puts it up. Good move there. It'll go out. Still Mason ball. 18-point game. Mason got to come up with, or East got to come up with something fast.
Well, Parrish has really just been the X factor tonight. I mean, it seems like she's in every single play. A rare miss from her. She has been on fire in this one.
Abra under the rim, taken away by Sturgill.
Great steal there.
East in transition. Bacher into Butts. It's intercepted by Abra. Abra's got Asher to beat, and she does. Mason now running away with it here. And you're in desperation mode now if you're East, down by 20.
Down by 20, fourth quarter. You got to score quick. You got to score just quick.
No light way to put that. This Mason team is not going to allow you to come back easily. And now you're down by 20. Working around the perimeter, East has got to get some three balls to go. From mid-range, Sturgill can't get it in. And just no luck for East on offense in the second half.
I mean, nowhere in this game plan is slow it down written for Mason. I mean, 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. They're not trying to just drain it out, take a quick lead. They're trying to prove to the GMC and to the rest of varsity women's basketball in Ohio what they're made of, taking down the number 2 team in their conference, not just in a close game, but in a dominant one.
Yeah, and Mason, we're seeing them. They're just playing on a higher level than East right now. We see why they're ranked number 6 in Ohio. East kept it close for that first half. They just came out flat in that second half, and I think that's a testament to Mason's conditioning. They will pressure you the whole game, and it will tire you out if you're not ready for it.
Oh, exactly. Coming out of halftime in that second half is such a massive thing in all sports. You can't come out flat. You can't come out slow, and unfortunately, that kind of happened to East tonight.
They've got 5:55 left to try to cook something up. Wallace currently talking to his team. It's desperation time for East. They went on an 8-0 run back in the first quarter. Haven't gone on a big run since, and they'll need one right here. Both these teams, though, even if they don't win the GMC, they will be contenders for that playoff bracket. Both these teams look like they could make a run. East always competitive, and Mason obviously tonight has just shown out they are the best team in the GMC.
Well, with Coach Wallace coaching the team, I mean, you're always going to be competitive. They lost key seniors last year. People, including myself, didn't really know what this team was going to look like, and they're sitting at second in the GMC, 11-1 in those games.
See what East throws at Mason here in this final 6 minutes. Tipped by Bacher, it goes out. Mason ball. Should see some more aggressive defense from this East team.
Yeah, they're gonna have to force quick steals, force missed shots, and score quickly. I mean, time still just dragging away.
Dishing it in under the rim. Mason can't get it, but they do get the rebound. They have just been on top of every ball that's come off that rim tonight.
Yeah, that's been a problem. Just too many offensive rebounds for Mason.
Parrish puts it up. No good.
Another one.
Steinfeld there for the rebound. Spins away. Finally, East able to come up with a board. That possession took almost an entire minute off that clock. It's not even that Mason is running out this clock. It's just those rebounds give them more and more time on each possession.
Yeah, and that's what makes this team ranked 6th in Ohio. That's what makes them so good. It's not just their fast scoring. You can talk about it all day. Parrish driving almost every time, trying to get these layups. But their defense, just their strong rebounding, the suffocating style that they play, this team is just all around a very, very great team.
East trying to find a shot. Clock ticks below 5 minutes. Addison Johnson sizing up her options. And Asher will pull up from deep, And she gets it, but I believe it might be a little too late for them to go on a big run here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
4 minutes and 20 seconds is a long time, Max. I'm going to need you to keep a little bit of faith in this one.
Mason moving it around. Parrish is dangerous under that rim, and she shows why right there, driving it in and extending the lead once again. Right down the court. Quick possession here for East. Still not in all-out panic mode for East, as they are still taking their time a little bit, not forcing anything. Sturgill will try, and she's rejected going up to the basket. Parrish, gotta think she's thinking about those three balls. And that time, too much contact by Brooke Asher.
The foul was called on number 21, Asher.
And it seems like every time East might build a tiny bit of momentum, Mason just comes back, does what they do best, and execute at a high enough level to shut that down.
Now waiting for Mason, number 31, Anna Hunter. On the Comets, number 15.
They are able to force it out there. Bacher on the fast break, chased down by Abra. She loses it, able to get it to Johnson, and the and one attempt. What a play there by Johnson, fighting through that contact.
Avery Johnson and Brooke Asher have been the two stars in this one for East. They kept Bella Sturgill relatively quiet, but Brooke Asher has had a night.
Addison Johnson, one of the toughest players in the GMC for varsity girls basketball. She's not afraid of contact. She is second in the GMC in field goal percentage right now, and she gets the and one bucket. Wallace will call a timeout with 3:17 to go. We'll step away for just a second. We welcome you back to Lakota East High School. It is a big deficit here in the fourth quarter. Only 3:17 left to go. A loose ball that East is able to jump on. Addison Johnson to Brooke Asher. Asher tries to dish it in. Bacher almost lost it there. Ashley Butts with the open three. No good, and Mason, like they've done all night, jumps on the rebound and is fouled trying to get it up the court.
Yeah, it's just been dominance in the paint from Mason on the offensive side and defensive side. We've said it a bunch. Just out-muscling East tonight.
Yeah, I believe if East could get at least half the rebounds they've lost tonight, this game is a whole lot closer. This game really comes down to Mason sinking those threes and not being able to get rebounds. Mason trying to work something out here on offense. They've got a sizable lead here in the fourth quarter, but still can't get too lazy. They'll try to take their time here. Abra taking her time. She'll give it to Parrish. Parrish has been electric tonight. Puts it up and gets it. That puts her to that 20-point mark. She's averaging 18 on the season. She adds two more to the tally there. Asher, electric down the paint, answers back with two more. Another timeout called by East. And with 2:26 to go, we'll step away again for just a second. We welcome you back for the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A game that was really close going into halftime, and it's kind of spiraled out of control for East in the second half. Currently down by 14. Sorry, down by 16. They've got a big hole to crawl out of if they want to come back in this one. A good pass all the way down the court for Mason. They have sped up coming out of the timeout. They have been so fast all night, and it has really tired out this East defense as Parrish gets up to 22 points on the night. She's been unstoppable.
I mean, she really has. She's been on the court for 90% of this game. And it's not just these drives that she's taken, scoring these layups. She's pulled up from deep, shot contested shots, and knocked all of them down. Just a very solid overall player who has really been the X factor in this one.
Asher's fouled on the floor there. Mason looking like they're going to get the win here will stay at number 1 in the GMC. East will stay at number 2. And I think this game just goes to show how big the gap is between that first and second place team. Mason is in another league right now.
They really are, and they really have been all season. Just one loss. Sitting at 6th in the state. They have a real shot to win the state championship.
Johnson will pull up from 3. Can't get it. East able to get a rebound there, but dishing it into Sturgill. They lost it. Here's Aubrey on the fast break. She's got Addison Johnson on her. She'll slow down. 1:30 left. Putting it up over Sturgill and somehow gets it to go. Mason has been so good at making shots contested. And now a 20-point game with a minute left. Addison Johnson can't get that one. A rare miss for Addison Johnson on the open shot. Clock ticking below a minute. Parrish will try to add to the tally. A good behind-the-back pass there. Mason not slowing down for this final minute, asserting their dominance right now. Crowd applauding here. Looks like they'll finish this game out. 30 seconds left on the clock. And it's lost there. Bacher will get a chance for some last-second points. Tipped away and out. Maybe a time for some last-minute points just to pad that stat sheet for East.
Make this game look a little bit better.
This season by no means over for East, though. They have
Not
a lot
at
to
all.
look forward to come playoff time. Even if they can't get that GMC title, they are a strong contender to go deep in that playoff push. And looks like Ashley Butts will dribble out the rest of this clock. And that will do it for this GMC potential title fight. Mason comes out on top on their closest contender in the GMC. Lakota East will stay at number 2. Man, what a game. Both teams played electric in that first half, and Mason ran away in the second. Want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Max Earl. With me is Beck Lucas. Take a minute to shout out all of our sponsors and our athletic boosters, Butler Tech and Lakota East Spark, for making this stream possible. And we will see you next time for Friday's boys varsity game here at Lakota East High School.